Alright guys, as you can see the lighting in this place is rather poor. Time to sort it out. However, before I do that, something is missing, something isn't quite right. I think I know what it is. Give me 2 seconds, I'll be right back. Yeah, that's more like it. But I don't think it's quite fast enough. Let's speed it up a little bit, shall we? Be right back. Ha! Racing stripe. That's better. It's definitely quicker. The garage looks about at least 90 miles an hour when it's standing. That's a good thing. But there is still something missing. I'm not quite sure what that is. I know, I'll take my bike for a spin and go for a ride. That always helps to clear my head. Kind of ideas pop in, you know, and when I come back, I'll hopefully have a good idea what to do next. Catch me in a minute, guys, and we'll see what we can do. Yeah guys, so I've been for a ride, done good 40 miles of nice twisty roads, and I'm still not quite sure what to do with that wall behind me. I don't know, I guess I just leave it as it is, sleep on it, and maybe eventually something will come to my head. But for now, it will do. Alright. A lot of you have been asking me what am I gonna do with the floor. Remember on the very first episode of the new garage, the first thing I did, I painted that with a special floor paint, epoxy, hardened, resin mixed together, 2 parts, laid on the concrete floor. It should be working as a treat. Well, it's not necessarily the case. I kind of knew that's gonna be, you know, putting bikes on it and shifting shit around on the concrete floor. Yes, you can probably wash it with acid and prime it and fuck about with it, but the whole kit will cost me, I don't know, 150, 200 pounds just to lay the floor down, and that still wouldn't be a perfect solution. A lot of you suggested plastic tiles that clip in place, and that is the probably best solution I've seen around. The problem is the price. I've got at least 15 square meter floor over here, and to buy plastic ties for that, if I can find them second hand or local retailers or even eBay, we're looking at, again, just shy of 200 pounds. That's quite a lot of money because I already had to invest a lot in the garage, you know, including the paint, electrics and everything else, you know, so maybe not just yet. I could really leave the floor as it is, why not, but it's getting quickly fucked, you know, and especially right now in the cold temperatures, walking on the concrete floor all the time, you can feel your feet is getting frozen pretty much from the concrete. Plus walking around on the concrete all the time when I'm spending time in the garage, it's not an ideal solution. And let's just face it, the floor is fucked, you know. I've been building benches over here and the paint just scrapped all over the place, so I don't want to leave it like that. The solution I found, I've got in my hand right now. It's by all means not professional, and I don't encourage you to do that in your own garage, no, not at all. The solution I've got is chip, and for me anyway, it was effective. Let me tell you how I came up with it. In my old garage, the concrete floor was really bad quality. I mean, really bad. The concrete was very cheap, old. Stones were chipping all the time, dusting. We painted, we covered that with everything, but you couldn't stop it. So I got hold of somewhere, a friend of mine had carpet tiles, just regular carpet tiles. He had a bunch of them left over, and he was chucking them out. They were free of charge. So I was like, you know what, I'll take it. I covered the most of the floor in my old garage. The most I'm walking around anyway, and I put my bike on. If it doesn't work, I'll just fucking throw it away myself. But it worked like a treat. Yeah, I had a carpet in my garage. It's just probably not ideal solution, but it worked really well in my old place. So I thought to myself, you know, temporarily, we know how it is, temporarily becomes, you know, permanent solution. But I'm happy with it. So far I'm happy with it. I got myself carpet tiles. They 50 by 50 squares, 50 centimeters by 50 centimeters, half a meter squares. You can usually buy them for about £1 brand new, 99p a pound, 120, depending on pattern, color, quality, thickness of them. But then I need probably 60 of them over here, so that's 60 quid, that's not too bad. However, it's a garage floor, I don't need them brand new, and I found in a local company they do reclaimed carpet tiles and they sell them half the price. Reclaimed means they've been used before in some kind of office or whatever, and they kind of usable condition. To be fair with you, they pretty much brand new. The only reason they're selling them half the price, they've been used before. I bought them half price. I bought 80 pieces, cost me 40 quid. I picked them up, so that's not too bad. 80 pieces, that's more than enough for the whole floor over here. I need about 60 something. That gives me 20 spare extra. I can recover the area that gets covered in oil from a bike if I drop it, paint, or the most area I'm walking around. So I got some spare. You know, if one tire gets fucked with oil because I'm draining oil from my bike, I spill it over here. Over a period of time, I just replace that tile, take it off, throw it away, put a new one in. That's a pretty good solution, I think, and it works really well in my old garage. Why not do it again? Again, I'm not gonna bore you with teaching you how to fucking lay carpet tiles. It's simple. You put a square and you put square next to it. I'm not using any glue, any spray adhesive, and I'm not using double-sided tape. Why not? In my old garage again, I didn't use that. I put them very tightly against the corners in the wall, and then they just kind of support each other, you know, wearing them really tightly against that. And the wall to wall, once you build a whole garage with them, they kind of stay in place, they never move. I put bikes in there, I turn the wheels in and out, whatever, not one came off. So I'm gonna do the same over here. If I do come up with a problem, I can always pick them up, you know, and put double-sided tape underneath or spray adhesive, and that will hold them forever, that's no issue. But other than that, yeah, I'm gonna crack on, lay the complete floor with the plastic carpet tiles, and we'll see how that goes. There we go, guys, still full of shit everywhere, but the floor is done. It's completed, and it just feels like home. Like my old home used to be anyway. I did put some adhesive on the last pieces. They go just slightly outside the garage door on the last pieces, just to keep it in place so these don't slip out. Other than that, every single carpet tile over here can be removed. But if you think about it, they're not going anywhere, you know. They're supported by each other basically, because they tied from wall to wall. I cut the strips over here, so there's no movement really. You know, if I do experience any issues with them moving around, then obviously I'm gonna target it then and then. But from my previous experience, it should be just fine. Rock and roll. And on that note, guys, once again, thank you very much for watching. No, I'm not sponsored by the KTM, I just love my bike. Have a beer, rock hard, and I'll see you very soon.